Identity is a funny thing, isn't it? It's one of those things we don't really question too often. Or if we do, we question aspects of it. Whether that's your gender, whether that's your age, whether that's a certain group you fit into because of the way you think or the interests you have. But even then, we rarely question what the source of identity is itself. What we're actually experiencing when we feel like me, or a man, or a woman, or a happy person, or an anxious person. What are we actually referencing to know that? I would argue that 99% of the time you're referencing thoughts. So then the question becomes very interesting. What causes those thoughts to form in your mind versus other thoughts? Like, I'm an artist, or I'm a scientist, or I'm smart, or I'm dumb, whatever we think we are. Why do we think that? Where do those thoughts come from? If we're taking identity from thoughts, shouldn't we know more about those thoughts, their source? But let's say we decide to not conclude that identity is related to thoughts. Then where is it? How do you know who you are without thinking? Can you know who you are without thinking? Does that lead to a place of fear? That without a thought, without a collection of ideas, beliefs, memories, things you've learned about yourself, you really have no way of orienting? And yet somehow the sense of being you or being alive seems to be there. So this is good territory if you can lead yourself here. What am I taking as the source of my identity? When I think of myself as me, as I, or even without a thought, how do I know it's there? What am I referencing right now? You can just look around. Am I referencing the sounds? Is that where I'm getting my sense of identity? Am I referencing a feeling? Something I feel inside the body? Am I referencing an emotion? What if there's sadness here? Or anxiety? If I reference those feelings in the body, and then the labels in the mind, that's anxiety. I have anxiety. Do you see where the identity seems to come in? You're the one that has that. But that's a thought. So when there's just that experience, the sensations, where's the you? Where's the one experiencing that? Where's the identity? How do you know you're experiencing the sensation in the sensation? When there is just that sensation, like right now, whatever sensation. The sensation in your foot, your butt, and your face, your eyes, your hands. Go to those sensations and ask yourself, is there identity here? If so, what am I referencing? Are you bouncing back into the mind to answer these questions? Or are you exploring the sensation itself? How about the visual field? Whatever's right in front of your eyes. When we look at that, when we see, there may or may not be labels. But if we remind ourselves that we assume labels, in the background are beliefs about labels. Oh, I know that's a clock, and that's a cat, and that's a person. Okay, so when we don't have those labels, or we see without the labels. Whatever's there. Is there identity there? Does it feel like you? If it does, what is it you're referencing in the experience itself? Where's the you-ness? Seems like you have to go back into a thought to confirm that I'm seeing. Oh, I know I'm the one that's seeing that because I know that I have a brain and eyes and, right? Thoughts. So let's just gently move our attention away from those thoughts to the experience of seeing. Don't even worry about seeing form. Just see. There may not even be form. There may be soft forms. Maybe formlessness. Where's the identity? Do you have to think about yourself here? Do you have to reference a self? If so, why? And where would you have to look to answer that? So here we are. Is there a self here? Is there identity here? Or is there just what's being seen? What's being heard? What's being felt? There's just seeing. There's just hearing. There's just feeling. Isn't that simple? Why waste time with identity?